Welcome back, KARE 11 News Now. I'm Chris Saramsky. It's baby season for animals across Wisconsin, but that doesn't always go according to plan. A Madison man discovered an unusual bird family living near his home, and he's captured nearly every moment on camera. Chloe Morrissey reports.
It's a real-life ugly duckling story.
Alan Ginsberg is a retired teacher and wildlife photographer.
Yeah, there we go. That's nice.
He spent 8 years at a Madison pond following a family of sandhill cranes. This past spring, he made a once-in-a-lifetime discovery.
They ended up at that nest over there.
When a pair of sandhill cranes made an unexpected addition to their family.
There was a goose egg in the nest that had been left after the vacating Canada geese had moved on.
The goose egg hatched while the cranes were inhabiting the nest. The smaller bird in these photos is that goose.
That goose came out of its egg and it looked up and all it knew was that was mom and dad.
And from that point on, have been inseparable.
They do a trip into the neighborhoods here and they visit a number of the backyards there that have bird feeders. And a lot of sloppy birds and squirrels, apparently, who spread all the food down on the ground. And they, snack away.
Well, fascinating to watch this blended family in action. Ann Lacey with the International Crane Foundation says their time together may be running out.
They might naturally separate. This goose has been fostered by these crane parents. It has been kept safe. It knows that it needs to migrate eventually because those natural instincts will take over.
Nature will just have to run its course. And Alan looks forward to what surprise his pond might bring next.
It's quite a bit of drama here, that's avian drama, shall we say.
Good Samaritans come in all species. Good report. Hey, right now, plenty of recent rain means fire danger is minimal in Minnesota. The Horse River fire up near the Boundary Waters has burned just 13 acres, and the massive Jensen Creek fire has been burning for several weeks now. It's 94% contained. But in Grand Rapids, more than 400 future firefighters are hard at work preparing for the next stubborn wildfire. The week-long Minnesota Wildfire Academy brings students from as far as Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, who gear up to learn fire suppression techniques.
The fire activity overall and the intensity that the fires are burning at was different than what many of my coworkers have seen in prior fires.
Aside from setting up pumps and fire lines, recruits also learn how to set up incident commands and order resources. What they learn, they can then apply at local, state, and federal levels. For nearly 70 years, Jack Pellipson has been a familiar face at Everett's Foods in South Minneapolis. And he just celebrated his 96th birthday. Sammy Selena visited him as the festivities got underway.
Heavy lifting.
This is how we do the sausage, wieners, and brats.
Is what butchers know well.
This is a prime rib.
And even at 96 years old,
24 pounds.
Jack Pellipson,
yeah, they are heavy,
still knows the ins and outs of quality meat.
It sticks in your head, you just don't forget it.
In fact, there's not a lot the owner of Everett's Food and Meats doesn't remember.
How to put the seasoning together.
From recipes,
how are you?
To all
good to see you.
Of his customers he's met.
Yeah, been a while.
Oh, man.
Since he bought Everett's in 1956.
Been a while.
Hey, give me a hug.
Yeah.
He still comes in 3 days a week.
How's the family?
So friendly.
Yeah.
He doesn't forget a face, and he just recognizes you no matter how long it's been.
And today,
hi, Mary.
They're celebrating his birthday.
How are you?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mary.
Jack had the white hat on.
Mary Nelson is just one customer Jack has seen grow up.
Waited on a lot of people.
She's come to the store for 5 decades.
They were all wonderful, too, and they still come back.
Well, because of you. I mean, you're the wonderfulest.
And he remembers everything about them.
Hi, Craig.
I just talked to a customer who said he remembered when their daughter was born because it was about the same time that his granddaughter was born.
Jane McCormick and Sue Pickle are 2 of his 4 daughters.
He's got 4 of us.
Hey. Yeah.
We were also the only kids in the neighborhood whose dad rode his Ryder lawnmower with his butcher cap on because he would forget.
Perhaps that's the only thing he ever failed to remember. good
And then I came
or bad.
home after the Korean War.
That's when he bought the business. All of his brothers worked with him, besides one.
My other younger brother, Jimmy, he died in the Korean War. 26 years. Yeah, that was hard. Never forgot that.
96 years
Hi, Jess.
of life,
Good to see ya. Jesse worked for me.
with most of it
14 to
14.
spent right here.
20, the best. Good human, great boss.
And Jack says there's so much to cherish.
Love you.
Family
Take care.
Happy birthday!
and customers.
Oh my gosh.
A man who not only has a fine collection of meats,
I got a lot of friends.
Yes, you do.
I learned from you.
but memories
Love you.
Love you.
too.
Take care.
Been helped by you many times.
Yeah.
Sammy Solina,
Thanks for coming
Yeah, it's so good to see you, Jack.
in. Same here.
KARE 11 News.
All right, stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.